All right, y'all, Christmas season is officially here, and this is the season that I love the most. So you're going to get all the Christmas things all season long. But to start, I wanted to start with a super simple sheet cake that you can do too. So follow along. Okay, to start this cake, I went ahead and baked some chocolate cake batter just in my sheet pan. This is where if you have a larger party, you can use a bigger sheet pan, or if you have a smaller party, you're welcome to use smaller. Really easy to change depending on size. Nobody likes a cake with humps, so I leveled this cake right as it came out of the oven and stuck this in the fridge to chill overnight before I decorated it today. And everyone gets a snack when you level your cake, so it's perfect for everyone. Okay. I then moved on to my red buttercream, and my original thought with this was to go ahead and just do the red on the four corners and not do any red where I'd be piping over it. But as I did this, I realized I wanted just a clean, flat slate to start piping on later. So I went ahead and made some more red buttercream and filled this in. Next, I just cleaned up the sides of my sheet cake pan and moved on to my white buttercream piping. I just used a white buttercream in a grass tip and piped what would be like the fluff on Santa's coat straight down the middle of my pan. Okay. The best Santas have the fluffiest fur on their coat, so I wanted this one really nice and fluffy and textured, so a grass tip was the perfect tip for this. This is when you can be very creative and decide how you want to do this. You can use different piping tips and do different textures, or something as simple as the back of a spoon, or smooth. But whatever your little heart desires, it's going to look adorable. Moving on to the belt for my Santa's coat, I just wanted to take a little bit of the white buttercream off just because it was so thick. So I just used a little knife and scraped a little bit of white buttercream off my cake. And then I took some black buttercream that I put into a piping bag and just piped a line across my cake. And then using the back of my knife or an offset spatula, I just smoothed this part of my belt out. And last but not least is our belt buckle, which is going to be gold. So I want to roll out some white fondant. I used fondant for my belt, but if you want to use buttercream, that is perfectly fine. I just needed to be bougie, I guess, and paint this gold. So I rolled my white fondant out and then cut a square. And then after letting it sit to dry for just a minute, I went back and cut out another square in the middle, leaving just the outside of my belt buckle. And as you can see, this ruler left lines in my fondant, so it's going to end up in the trash by the end of the day because I cannot have lines in all my fondant moving forward. After my belt buckle was cut out, I went ahead and took some vegetable shortening and just brushed the outside of my belt buckle with this with a really thin coat, and then followed that up with some of my gold dust. You might want to let your belt buckle chill out for just a little bit longer than I did so it's nice and sturdy, but I went ahead and took this and put it onto my cake and then just put my final little piece that goes inside my belt buckle. I don't know what this is called.
It's the part that goes in the middle.
added this part at the very end, and then I had a good cake. Okay. Ho, ho, ho. All right, y'all, here is our finished sheet cake. I love this cake because you don't have to have a bunch of skills to be able to do it. I used one piping tip. You can use none at all, or you can do all your things with piping tips. It's super customizable and super fun to do. So if you enjoyed learning how to make this cake, make sure to like and subscribe and ring the bell so we can change the world one cake at a time. Bye.